start.
So, it's like this. Sorry. Okay, great. So this is the section about discussing the problems in academia and research and so on. So we do this everywhere, and this is it's not exception this year as well. So we are doing it, but I would like to have an exception why I am not visible so much. So this part possibly got to cut. So basically the idea is that if inequalities, any sort of inequalities is a problem, or does it really matter in academia or academia or any sorts of creative life, where you are very much creative. So is that a factor where, for example, in university, is that a factor? For example, in any of the research environment, or for example, in any of the art field, where you do creative work, is there very much? Does it really matter? Inequalities, which are social inequalities, that can be anything under the sun. These are inequalities of any sort we can discuss. So we have to discuss this in a very broad term. So first thing, inequality is a really broad term. So who does not understand social inequalities? That's very important to first ask, because before we start the discussion. So people who does not understand can raise their hand. Everybody understands social inequalities, yeah?
Like by social inequalities you mean discrimination, or is it just discrimination, or it's in a wide meaning?
In a wide meaning, discrimination can be generated from inequalities, or it can be interchangeable term as well, but sometimes. But mostly something which separates human unity, right? Is that correct way of defining inequalities?
I mean social structure where all the people are not equal.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So which creates divisions, primarily. So shall we open the session with what sort of inequalities currently we can think of? So that's possibly the most important thing to do.
We can maybe start by naming few inequalities.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that would be nice. So who would like to volunteer? So we can start from there.
So inequality, so do I want to give an example in academic field, or?
No, inequality. It can be also academic inequalities.
Okay. When the term social inequality, when we come in front of the term social inequality, the first thing that come to our mind is the gender difference that is going on in every field. Gender difference is there in every field. Even if we can see just the entrance exam to several courses, the fee for the exams is less for women and more for men. From that starts the inequality in academia, I think.
Okay. Shall we make comments on that or keep going?
Lesser for men, fees.
No, it's greater for men and lesser for women.
This is
It is not equal.
Application.
But that's in some way good.
No, what she is saying that it should be equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is, right? I mean, where it is.
No, in the application fee, we're applying for any exam. Sometimes in India, like Kenyan
Mostly for
exam.
central.
Yeah, like 1,000 for boys like this and 500 for women like that.
So that is some kind of them trying to push more women into the
It's not for
But why? Okay, so we can come back to the point.
No, because there is not many women already in academia. They want to increase the ratio. That's why
You can ask.
Shall we discuss the why question later? Because then it can be women in science discussion, which we already had in OER1. more towards that. So shall we discuss other things, other terms as well? What you can, what other inequalities you can think of?
When we are referring with the word inequalities, it's mean that somehow some people are giving equality, means they are giving the total importance and the others are not giving, means they are not given the actual importance by the society. So if I am giving an example, if the poor people are coming to any university or any academic place for the education,
Academic, so
for gaining knowledge or something, they are not given
Financial.
much importance.
Economic inequalities.
Yeah, they are not given much importance. In place of them, the rich